Is the CBD oil market saturated? Hello, my name is Brian Kane. I'm an online marketer as I'm holding this hemp infused coffee with 5 mg of hemp oil extract CBD per cup, right? All jokes aside, before we get into the content today, I do want to share with you that 25,000 products could actually be made with hemp. And in fact, I have a bag of empty dog treats. My dogs love these things. And as you lean in, focus, pay attention now, you'll also realize that the CBD market in 2018 was only really a $600 million market. And as an online marketer, I went and did a lot of research on a bunch of different companies, and the company that I happen to be partnered with did over $100 million in sales of that $600 million market. So yes, 1/6 of the whole market in 2018. But get this, Rolling Stone magazine and many other sources are projecting over $22 billion as a whole industry, which that's actually pretty exciting. I mean, to go from a $600 million market to a multi-billion dollar figure industry in just the next handful of years. So I went and did 9 a.m. yoga this morning. And so that was at the 24-hour fitness. And when you walk up to the 24-hour fitness, there's a big CBD sign that hangs on the window with the tinctures, and they sell CBD at 24-hour fitness. I live in Sacramento, California, and it's popping up everywhere, to the billboards, to gas stations and Walmarts and shopping malls and grocery stores. It's amazing with everywhere that's popping up. But what I've personally noticed, like when I at the 24-hour fitness this morning, 9 a.m. yoga, I take the tincture off the shelf, guaranteed every single time. Like every place that I've checked, it has fillers on there. And I'm assuming they do that because it's either they're just being cheap and they want just bigger profit margins. And I know Big Pharma is trying to cash in, so maybe they've got some secret deal to take the fillers and send you back to the pharmacy. All right, so now that we got all the jokes out of the way, chances are you're probably wondering, is the CBD market either saturated now? Is it already popping up everywhere? Or is it something that if you get involved with, especially on the business opportunity side, I'm a big fan of that because I personally see a legacy residual income for decades and decades and decades and decades. But there's going to be people out there that they see it popping up everywhere. I mean, gas stations, Walmarts, like all these different places. And their first thought that comes into their mind is, man, this is going to be so difficult to get the pure product to market, and it's going to be saturated. In fact, as the CBD gets their laws changed worldwide, and as new countries start to open up and pay attention to what the U.S. is doing, like how in December of 2018, the Farm Bill was signed by the President Trump, if you like him or not. The one thing that's clear and relevant is that U.S. as a country is a big power player, and there's going to be a lot of countries that are going to fight to follow suit. So with that said, I did want to make a post. I did it a little bit earlier today, and I wanted to ask, how long do you believe it will take before the CBD industry becomes saturated? So real quickly, I'm just going to read some responses. I may or may not provide some commentary. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling in this moment as you pay attention now. And the truth of the matter is that you should read these responses here and listen, because you want to know what the market is saying on both the product side and the consumer side, as well as people looking to get into business and really capitalize for decades and decades and decades. So GGMS says, a long time. There is just too much you can do with it, especially hemp. I said, I agree, and Sandra Jennings also said, I'm with you. Isaac Mashman said, 3 to 7 years. Hempworks Rid said, long time in the future. Seriously, it's just getting started. Jim Wiltewin Saunders, or James Saunders, said, never. There will always be new people to replace the old who are unaware. Shannon Hamilton says 10 years. Kai O says nobody. As in, if we come back up to the question, you can read it again. How long do you believe it will take before CBD industry becomes saturated? Nobody's going to even say that. I agree. Unless you're Pete Delmonico, he says yesterday. Kai O, once again, says saturated with high demand. The I'm done face. Wayne Topola says they say that less than 3% of the population has even tried CBD oil, so it will be years before it gets saturated. The people will take massive action. The next 3 years will make a fortune. And I said, I 100% agree. Now is the best time. Ileana Paz said, already is. I guess we got a second person. and Pete liked it. Kevin Sousa, anyone who actually believes it already is has zero education with respect to market potential. It will never be saturated. And Kevin Sousa is definitely one of the smartest people that I know. So Laura says, not sure if you've seen this, but this isn't good. And so we click it. DSA, sale of CBD supplements violates DSA code of ethics. And so let's see. So we quickly read this. In fact, I'll put a link in the description that you could actually click and read this for yourself. Okay. Then we go down a little bit more and see the DSA 8 basically funded by the world's largest direct selling companies. In my opinion, this article was put out as a scare tactic to try to scare the reps of these larger companies from joining CBD companies that are growing at record rates. All because a lot of these big companies did not have the balls to launch CBD products early on, and now they are seeing their leaders join these CBD companies. That sounds pretty correct. DSA has no say whatsoever, true, on legalities of CBD on a federal or state level. Aaron Parker, who makes a whole heck of a lot of money. I can't even say how much it is. Aaron makes like on a monthly basis what some people don't even make the whole year. The DSA is full of crap. Sean Montgomery, not worried about it. We have the best in the industry. For that one, I had to say I 100% agree because he's in the same company. I believe there will be competitors that finally get better products, maybe after a long while. But the brand will be trusted by then, already dominated 1/6 of the market. August Burke Secor, the same amount of time that it takes for a real estate market to become saturated, LOL. I don't think it will. Just like someone will always need a horse, someone will always need CBD. There will always be something new and different for everybody that is looking. Yep. Stuart Ott, his perspective, it won't until it is nationally regulated by the FDA. I believe we want it to be regulated by the FDA. All those fillers. Darn it. Sean Johnson, never will be saturated. Again, one of the smartest people that I know. Super doer. Hashtag super doer. Devin Hunter says, with saturation, like in real estate industry, brokers/agents are a dime a dozen. Agents are now devaluing their services by lowering their compensation, driving fees to the floor. Look at what Uber has done to the transportation industry. Yes, they have revolutionized how quickly riders move from A to B, and they have drove fares to super low rates. With that said, I think any company will come out with their own products with CBD infused. Consumers will consume it not knowing what is in it based on amazing marketing, making them feel like they have to have it. I believe that's true. I hope HW always focuses on setting the bar, not following trends like other companies who have lost their focus, forgetting their roots, and are no longer around. My 2 cents. Devin's a beast, by the way. I'm surrounded by people who are curious, but I'm going to inform every one of them. Tammy gets a beast mode activation button. Beast mode on. Christopher Livingston, have you been on the cereal aisle at a grocery store? There is room and only the best and strongest survive, and we are both. Christopher is one of the smartest and most passionate people I know. He didn't want to take the compliment, but he's definitely passionate, for sure. Jordan Alexander, again, another one of the smartest people that I know. That's like asking when pharmaceutical industry will become saturated too. And of course, Brian had to put, this is crazy. All the big companies working fast to educate market. People are already demanding it. And the real wave hasn't even started yet. I guess that's what happens when a multi-figure billion with a B industry activates like pushing a button nearly overnight worldwide. Social media reveals all, and the government getting more transparent because they have no other choice. Look at these magazines. Look at them. It's taking over newsstands. Look at this one. I think I see my company mentioned in a Fortune 500 magazine. 10 years, but by then I will have my share of the pie, so it won't matter. Robert Grower, I believe it will get saturated for the crap brands, but not the good ones, although 22,000 plus and still not saturated may prove me wrong. And I'll love the comment and say, I 100% agree. Just like that. So when you're taking advice from people who have done really, really, really big things, the advice is to dominate a sector, not just compete, not just play for scraps, but literally dominate new industries, literally dominate the space that you're in, literally dominate the trends that are blowing up. And so I encourage you to reconsider whether CBD oil is going to be saturated, and just take a leap of faith and click the link in the description below this video. Take action now. Get started today. Make a decision to just get in and join now. Learn how someone like you can capitalize on the CBD industry. So in the links below, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, you'll be able to take the free HempWorks tour. Again, company, brand, products, purest, consistency, and no fillers. Took 1/6 of the whole market for a reason, and gives you the ability to earn weekly checks if you refer new customers to the company. Or if you just want to keep the comments going, I'll put the link to the comments in the description, and you can click over and share your opinion. Or you could actually click the like and subscribe button on the YouTube channel, or leave your comments wherever you feel that you are most comfortable leaving comments. I ask you, is CBD oil saturated? Just get in.